complete. Teams looking to establish control. Losing possession. Heavy shot. Doubles the personal tally. Again. Fails to keep the ball. Good play, one-on-one. Losing possession. Good ball movement and a decent position here. Beautiful through ball. Through ball. A through ball attempt. Carrying the ball forward. Through ball. Poor decision making. That's a goal kick. Restart from the goalkeeper. Threaded through. Reads the play beautifully. Pushing it forward. Nice clean through. There goes the ball. Fails to keep the ball. Tried a through ball. That's a perfect goal! Again. Losing possession. Looking for options. Fails to keep the ball. Aim forward, looks to thread it through. Good play, one-on-one. Through ball. Carrying the ball forward. A through ball attempt. It's worth a try anyway. Sending it deep. The whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. Second half begins. Losing possession. Seeking out a passing lane. Pressure forced the error. A very timely interception. Oh, they lose possession now. Well-timed tackle. Through ball. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Carrying the ball forward. Pushing it forward. Seeking out a passing lane. Fed forwards. Breaking free. Oh, that would have been a great start to the game, but that's a bad miss. Firing from the corner. Tried a through ball. Good play, one-on-one. Losing possession. A through ball attempt. Pressure forced the error. A throw-in it's going to be. Beautiful through ball. Goal! There goes the ball. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Fails to keep the ball. possession. Good play, one-on-one. Threaded through. Beautiful through ball. Building from the back. Tried a through ball. Losing possession. Through ball. Might be able to get him behind the defence. Goal! Again. Losing possession. Fails to keep the ball. Tried a through ball. An opportunity. Sensational stop from the keeper. Quarter of the half gone. Both teams showing positive intent. Threaded through. Nice through ball. Carrying the ball forward. Danger, reverse it for now. Through ball. Excellent vision. Good forward play from them. It's in! Plenty of power on that. That's goalkeeping masterclass. Reads the play beautifully. Glorious goal! The score is now 0-2. There goes the ball. Fails to keep the ball. Keeping possession nicely. Nice through ball. Golden opportunity. Oh dear, looks like the shooter left shooting boots behind. So we'll restart with that throw-in. So we'll restart with that throw-in. Fails to keep the ball. It's in! Plenty of power on that. Crashes against the post. A through ball attempt. A very timely interception. So we'll restart with that throw-in. That's a slide rule pass. Making the free kick. Good play, one-on-one. Losing possession. Through ball. An entertaining first half. Both teams were quite aggressive in the game. Swap sides, and we are now ready for the second half. Tried a through ball. Great anticipation there. The goalkeeper has done exceptionally well. Beautiful through ball. Heavy shot. Proving unstoppable today. Getting ready. Again. Losing possession. Threaded through. Wonderfully weighted pass. Nice one. He scored. There goes the ball. Fails to keep the ball. Tried a through ball. Fails to keep the ball. It's in! Plenty of power on that. Knocks it towards to the front. Losing possession. Through ball. Fails to keep the ball. Danger, reverse it for now. Beautiful through ball. Chances on. Credit to them for winning back possession over the byline, hence a goal kick. Launching it long. Losing possession. No more time, the referee says, and that will do. The match has begun. Fails to keep the ball. Reads the play beautifully. Losing possession. Wonderfully weighted pass. Goal! Again. Good play, one-on-one. Fails to keep the ball. Beautiful through ball. Heavy shot. Rattles the post. Opening phase of the game complete. Promising signs from both sides. Good play, one-on-one. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Chance in the goalkeeper. Losing possession. Well, that's the end of the first 45 minutes. A through ball attempt. Through ball. Danger, reverse it for now. That's a perfect goal! There goes the ball. Good play, one-on-one. Well-timed tackle. Fails to keep the ball. Good play, one-on-one. Tried a through ball. Might really be able to trouble them here. Rattles the post. Restart from the goalkeeper. Losing possession. Through ball. Fails to keep the ball. It's in! Plenty of power on that. A great save. Real class. Carrying the ball forward. The opponent team just got a free kick. They are looking to create space. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Fails to keep the ball. Nice through ball. Tried a through ball. Into open space. Clear sight of goal. Another goal. A brilliant brace. Lifting the whole team's spirits. Carrying the ball forward. Losing possession. Threaded through. Heavy shot. Oh, brilliant goalkeeping. They've decided that now is the time for him to go to the bench. Looking to find space. Pressure forced the error. The ball is out of bounds. So we'll restart with that throw-in. Through ball. Golden opportunity. Launching it long. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Looking for options. Through ball. Beautiful through ball. Reads the play beautifully. It's a substitution. Firing from the corner. Oh, they lose possession now. Looking to find space. A through ball attempt. Keeping possession nicely. Through ball. Chances on. Referee has blown the whistle and we have a final score. The strongest team won the game. Let's congratulate them. Beautiful through ball. Seeking out a passing lane. Nice through ball. half begins. Knocks it towards to the front. Carrying the ball forward. Pinpoint pass. Score! Again. Losing possession. Through ball. Good defence. It's in. Plenty of power on that. Tried a through ball. Beautiful through ball. What a stunning display of finishing. Nice clean through. There goes the ball. Fails to keep the ball. Nice through ball. That's a real tussle for the ball there. Nice block. That's a slide rule pass. And the ball is in the net. Crowd would have gone crazy, and quite rightly, so what a finish that is. It's the substitution. Again. Carrying the ball forward. Tried a through ball. Seeking out a passing lane. A very timely interception. A little goal! A brilliant brace, lifting the whole team's spirits. Substitution it is. There goes the ball. Losing possession. Through ball. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Goal! Subs getting ready. Again. Fails to keep the ball. Threaded through. Reads the play beautifully. Corner kick. Firing from the corner. Nice block. Losing possession. What a great opportunity. Need to be hitting the target from that distance. Sending it deep. Fails to keep the ball. Looking for options. Face to face with the goalkeeper. He scored! They are making a change. There goes the ball.